Welcome to Being at Home with George. And let's begin the way we always begin by creating the possibility of saying yes to everything and generating the hope. And it's the generating the hope that I'd like to talk about tonight. It's this idea of how do you do it? So for me, my core values help me generate hope. And I came up with my core values several years ago. And I came up with my charter. The charter is a mission statement. So my charter is the purpose of my life is to release the divine spark in myself and each and every human being. The values that are at the heart of who I am are love, curiosity, truth, wisdom, selfless service, integrity, courage, and compassion. That for which I can be counted on for is to be loving with a warrior spirit, with a serving and compassionate heart, pursuing excellence and wisdom with grace and ease. And so for me, my core values help me to generate hope, not just my charter, but if I think about it, my charter is embracing this idea that I have greatness within me. That is the foundation, but my core values, they're guiding principles. They help me stay in alignment, stay in my flow, stay in my lane. And so when you think about hope and love, and when you love something, you labor for it. But being curious and being curious about how do I do this or what is this, be committed to truth and allowing wisdom that helps us not only have hope, but understand what it feels like and how to get it and how to make it grow. And this idea of selfless service prevents me from focusing just on me, but focusing on the we. So I forget myself to find myself through selfless service. And this idea of integrity, doing what I say I'm going to do and walking the talk, because that's what makes things workable. But having courage because it's uncomfortable in dealing with anxiety and fear. We have to have the courage and the compassion, not just the self compassion, but this idea that what I'm doing is not just for me, it's for all beings. That makes any sense. And so then having guiding ideas, which are the core values, but also having ways of being like to be loving with a warrior spirit. So no matter what happens, that's the ticket. And when I'm not doing that, I'm out of my flow, I'm out of alignment. And how do I get back into alignment? By remembering to be loving with a warrior spirit, to be serving with a compassionate heart. When I'm not compassionate and I'm not serving, pursuing excellence and wisdom with grace and ease. And so that's my charter, and those have been my guiding ideas. So that's how I generate hope. That's an activity of before, during, and after generating hope. That's something that I continue to do. But the idea is, why do I need to hope? Because if I say yes to everything, embrace whatever comes up, I have to be able to say yes to it so that I can have the awareness, the acceptance, the compassionate action, and then the assessment of how it worked, how it didn't work. So it all begins with these core values. So, what are your core values? How do you generate hope? And so, those are reflections that we need to engage in because we need to get back to simplicity because it's the basic fundamentals that account for 99% of the success we have. We have to master the fundamentals. And the fundamentals in this case is to say yes to whatever comes up, embrace it, and at the same time, generate the hope so that we can do the compassionate action and get the result we want.